Welcome to Invictus Motors. We've got this Land Rover Discovery. This is one of two that we've recently had in stock. It's on a 2018 plate, and throughout this review I'll just tell you what is special about this Land Rover Discovery in particular and perhaps why you should consider it. This is finished in this beautiful Santorini black, complemented by this awesome 20-inch Revere alloys. This has got a bit of a theme going on purely because of the badging that you can see at the front. This company, as a matter of fact, modifies them by putting on a sort of uprated and upgraded front bumper, alloys, the rear bumper, including the exhaust tips. So I'll go through each one of these things one by one, but in terms of the outside spec on the Land Rover Discovery, this is the HSE Luxury model, so they come out extremely well spec'd, in the sense that it's got a front parking camera, a rear parking camera. It's got sort of parking sensors all around both the front and the rear and to the sides to almost make you aware when you're coming closer to objects. This has the adaptive cruise control with your on lane assists. You've got the LED lights both at the front and at the rear. In terms of the interior, this is where this gets extremely special. Where this becomes special is you've got these really uprated, in some sense, phenomenal seats here, which you've got this beautiful lining, so when you're sitting on it, it's extremely comfortable, including the fact that they are both electrically adjustable with sort of a memory setting for your 2 or perhaps 3 keys, including the fact that you've got this comfort here at the top. These seats are both heated and cooling, and the rear seats are also heated. In terms of this main area here, it's extremely well spec'd out, as well as the adaptive cruise control. You've got the electrically adjustable heated steering column button. You've got a heated steering wheel. You get all the connectivity here to be able to go through your menu. This screen is where you've got all the connectivity for your various options this has. I mean, this is just the standard climate control, your DAB radio, your telephone, your maps. But as you go through that next menu right there, you've got your rear media entertainment system, web browser, you've got some live data. These are the seat controls. By pressing this button, this is where you've got your temperature, both the heating and the cooling seats for the front and the heated seats for the back. But you can also press these buttons to drop all the seats at the back in case somebody's loading in at the back. By pressing that camera button, you can actually, because that door is open, you've got this 360 view around. By pressing another camera here, you can activate your front camera, your side camera, where Andy has opened the door, our cameraman, and if you press the other options, you get the camera to the right side and to the rear. Now, additionally, now on to this last menu here. This is the very desirable deployable tow bar. Not everybody is going to be using one of these, and you know, it's a great luxury having one of this for the one instance where you do need it. This is the internal space here is finished in this piano black look. You've got this beautiful wood effect. The sound system is the Meridian surround sound system, and you've got this double pan roof, which, to illustrate this in a little bit more detail, let me just come to the back. Double pan roof, you've got this 3 seats right here. And if I actually jump into the back in a minute, but before I do that, this is what I'm talking about, the rear entertainment system. So as a matter of fact, you've got this remote control, which allows you to control either the left seat or the right seat. You can set this how you like. This is a 7-seater Discovery, so it's extremely handy. You know, you can control the climate control from there as well. Let's go over to the back. Let me just open it with the remote control. You get an extremely spacious boot space here at the back. If I just get my cameraman to come in and show us this console area here for the seats, this is where you basically lift these back seats up by essentially pressing one of these buttons. It slightly nudges that seat forward. Here's the seat lifting up. And voila. So now this is a 6-seater, and if I press that button there, I can lift that back seat up as well. I prefer to have this rather cleaner look to the back, whereby having if I'm not using the rear two seats, I'd rather have the boot space so I can put my stuff that I need to put here. And you've got the rear parcel shelf cover as well. Overall, you've got this amazing breadth of space here in the Discovery. And if I was to shut this boot down, again, you've got Revere here, which this is the company that are actually based not too far from us, that have done the kit for the previous owner. Both the kit on the back, on the rear, the Revere writing, the badging, the alloys, the exhaust tips. So all in all, this is a very well spec'd out Discovery. I think the spec list is absolutely phenomenal. One has to actually go through that completely separately than as opposed to me going through this right now throughout this review, because that will just be crushing my brain. So I hope you've liked the review so far. We're not really done, because we're going to jump in behind the steering wheel and drive it and tell you what it's like. So what I love about this Discovery right from the get-go, that it has the 3-litre supercharged straight 6 engine from the Jaguar F-Type. And wow, the sound it makes, you know, immediately as soon as you start it is music to my ears. The Discoveries have always been known to operate on, you know, I guess, you know, really rough and rugged terrain and on farms, and being that, you know, heavy duty rugged vehicle that you can literally use to tow a caravan, horses, whatever it may be. Nowadays, especially with this model, they've become that bit more refined, and they've become what the normal way that the Land Rover brand is headed towards, is to provide luxury SUVs that people essentially drive on the everyday roads or on the motorway or do school runs in. And each to their own, I guess they still serve an absolutely phenomenal purpose to do that. I really hate having the stop start on, so I've got to deactivate that. So from the 3-litre supercharged straight 6 engine, this produces 335 bhp. And torque-wise, it produces 450 Newton meters of torque, and the 0 to 60 is actually possible in a whopping 6.9 seconds. And that, to me, is fast, considering the size of this thing. Now, in terms of the rest of the driving, this is an 8-speed automatic gearbox. It's extremely comfortable to drive. It handles extremely well and drives absolutely spot on in a straight line. I've covered the majority of the spec. The HSE Luxury in itself comes extremely well spec'd, and something like this with all the added optional specification makes this the perfect, whether it be a family car or the perfect car that you need a deployable tow bar to basically have for your horses or for your caravan. I think this is that car that if anyone is looking for something along these lines, you know, we have one here. It is very well spec'd. It drives really well. It's got a full main dealer service history. I think from memory, it's got 2 owners from new. What can I say? All in all, it's ready to be cherished and enjoyed by the new owner, and we would be happy to confidently deliver to your doorstep should you want to. So don't hesitate to contact us, and don't hesitate to reach out to ask us any questions you may have. Of course, delivering to your doorstep would mean some delivery charges may apply. So thank you very much. And if you have any other questions in terms of the spec, the service history, or anything else, feel free to contact us. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe, gives us a thumbs up, and whatever money we make out of YouTube is all donated to charity, including what we will make from the people watching this video. And if you'd like to donate to that charity directly, the link is in the description below.